Alrighty, here we go. Haha! That's the wrong one. Haha! Hello, guys, everyone who's here and everyone who might be arriving soon. Welcome to the stream. Probably gonna jump in pretty fast because I have a long journey to go on looking for rabbits. But yeah, welcome to everyone who's coming from the video and everyone who is coming from elsewhere, I suppose. Today, we're gonna be playing some Minecraft. If you were here last time, you probably remember what we were doing. We organized our chests, at least. Oh, it's nighttime, I probably need to sleep. We organized our chests pretty much as I felt like doing. And then we needed to go find pumpkin seeds, and there was some like right over there, and and then it turned out that I already had pumpkins in a chest that I'd completely forgotten about. But now the plan is, oh my gosh, wait, I remember what happened. Okay, so catching you up on everything else, we made a friend last time. This is Fred. And unfortunately, I think we can't sleep with him here. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move him to this corner right here, just by like getting in the boat and putting him over there. And we'll see if that's far enough away for us to sleep. And if it's not, I guess we'll just figure something else out. Because I don't want to put him outside where he could get rained on. That would just be sad. So now he is over there. Is this far enough away? Let's see. It is far enough away! Yeah! Okay, so we don't have to build Fred a separate apartment. That's good news. I don't know why the chat opened. Let's just think. There we go. Okay. And as you could probably tell, hello, welcome in Minecraft. The Minecraft in my stream, more likely than you think. Yeah, so what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna grab some stuff and then we're gonna go on a journey because I need rabbits. Now, specifically, this is gonna sound a little gruesome, I don't need living rabbits. I don't like. I don't need rabbits that are alive. I need the raw meat of the rabbits so that I can finish making all of the recipes from the cauldron, which I'm putting in the chest over here. As you can see, I have most everything, except this is up here is like rabbit stew, and you need like raw rabbits to like make it. Hey, listen. Rabbits reproduce very quickly. They reproduce very quickly. The population will not be damaged by my actions, but because I know myself, I am also going to take a bunch of other stuff because when I go on a journey in Minecraft, I come back with like 10 times the stuff I was supposed to most of the time because that's just who I am. I will just go and explore, but I'm not going to take all 4 leads because I'm trying to limit myself somewhat. You could say this is straight out of story mode. Hey, I make my own story. Let's see. Okay. I'm bringing leads in case I come across... Actually, yeah, I think this is a little awkward. I think I probably have tamed like a ton of cats just thousands of blocks away from my house that I never actually bring back, which, you know, that's not great. I should probably go find them at some point, but that's part of the lead situation. Cats technically teleport after you, but it's a little bit unreliable. And also, if we go outside, by the way, this is Atticus. Behold him in his magnificence. There we go. I'm also gonna bring bones in case we want to tame some wolves. And also, I also have, what is it called? Leads, yeah. Also in case we run into any foxes. Where did you get all that leather from? Don't worry about it. I found it. Definitely didn't take it from somewhere. And yes, Atticus is the indoor cat. These are all the outdoor cats that I keep around because they scare away creepers. And creepers scare me. So we have our our ring of cats around the estate to keep everything safe. Okay, is there anything else I need before I go on this journey? I should probably also mention that I have technically explored in basically every direction from here. Like the last time I left my house, I should be careful to make sure I don't look at Fred too hard. Like, the last time I went on an explorer's journey, it took me actual real world hours to get back to my house because I was like, I think like 20,000 blocks away. It was real bad, but also really good because I brought back so many wonderful goodies. Yeah, and so my thought was we're gonna go this way because there's a village that way, and I'm pretty sure the land continues that way more than these other directions because those are kind of just ocean. So we're gonna go this way, and hopefully we will come across a desert where we can find some rabbits. Hello, Toxic! Welcome into the chat! Welcome, welcome. As I was just explaining, we're about to go on a long and perilous journey to relieve some rabbits of their flesh so I can make soup. Yep. And you know, maybe I'll bring some more food because if I know myself, I'm gonna need it because I'm gonna be gone for like 85 years. And you know what? We will take some of this so that if we need bowls, we have some. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is modded Minecraft that I'm playing. I don't have a ton of mods, but these food items are from Farmer's Delight, which is a mod that adds a bunch of extra food items, which I think is... which, yeah, I like doing because I just really love all the extra food items. It's very cozy. I like that. The crazy thing is, as soon as he said, don't worry about it, I got another ad. You see, Amazon agrees with me. You just shouldn't worry about it. Maybe don't listen to what Amazon tells you all the time, but in this case, it's perfectly fine. Okay, I should check. I have doors. I have a bed. I do not have a boat. As you can see, I have like specific things that I like to have for journeys, such as this. I like to have doors for going underwater. I like to have a bed for sleeping at night. And I like to have a boat. There we go. And it's a slightly different color because we're fancy like that. Ooh, that's really cool. It gives me Alan Becker's The Chef vibes. Can't say I'm familiar, but you know, if it's if it's cooking a lot of fun food, can't disagree with that. Okay, we're off on a journey now. Also, I should mention, I forgot what I was gonna mention, but we probably don't need a boat for this, right? Yeah, we'll just swim across the river. Oh, right. What I was gonna mention is, as much as I love this mod, like Farmer's Delight, I'm a little bit bothered that it doesn't have chicken noodle soup in it. Like, we have chicken soup, and then there's a noodle soup, which is kind of like a ramen, but there's no chicken noodle soup. And that makes me a little bit sad, because to me it feels like kind of an obvious food item to have, but I don't know. Maybe chicken noodle soup is like an American thing. I have no idea. But anyway. How's everyone's days been going? That's a good question. My day's been going pretty good. I hope you guys liked the new video, if you're here from the new video. Yeah. But yeah, how's everybody's day going? If I can steal your question, Toxic. That's crazy, 1 out of 5 mod. We'll give it a 2.5 out of 5 because, you know, they might not have a chicken noodle soup, but they do have sushi, which they call a kelp roll. And, you know, I'm a big fan of sushi myself, so... Yeah, by the way, this is my village with completely fair labor practices with my mending books. Hey, dude, how you doing? But as you can see, I keep them very safe from the horrors of the outside world. Yeah, I've been watching these. You did a good job with those. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Chicken noodle soup is popular in Canada. That is good to know. Like, I usually say, like, when I think about it, I say the American thing because it's what I can think of. But honestly, it's like, I'm pretty darn sure chicken noodle soup is like, I'm not going to say universal because I'm not sure any food is truly universal. Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. The universal food is not one singular food, but it is the concept of a bread something stuffed with meat or like cheese or something. Like, I feel like every culture has their signature bread that has been stuffed with meat or vegetables or fruit or whatever. Like, everybody's got one of those, you know what I mean? Speaking of, maybe there's not as much land as I thought that way, but that's okay. Speaking of soup, my food goes in that slot, so... nah, we don't need a boat for this. Nice to introduce us to your business partners. Exactly. It's a completely equal partnership where no one individual is more benefited than others, as you can clearly see. My day's been pretty good. Also loved the Pomni video. It was great. Can't wait for the Jax one. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm excited for the Jax one as well. Also excited for the Kane video. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to that one. A lot of people are looking forward to Jax as well, but yeah, lots to look forward to in the future, I think. Yeah, hopefully someday we are gonna... Oh dear. Okay, good. We landed in the water. We're fine. Hopefully. I have not been very efficient with my movement, so it's already almost nighttime. But you know what? That's fine. Okay, it is just ocean this way. Okay. No, you know what? No, I see trees. I see trees. I was correct in my movement. It's fine. Okay. We'll wait for it to get a little more dark and then sleep as we keep on running. Random question for people in chat. If you had to pick to live in one of these worlds, which would you choose? Hallownest or Farloom? That's kind of difficult because both of them have their, shall we put it, dangers. Like, when it comes to... Oh, there's a jungle this way. I remember. Okay. When it comes to, like, Hallownest, I don't know what I keep pushing to open the chat, but whatever. When it comes to Hallownest, it's like, for a long time, it was, like, really, really dangerous because it was under a curse, but that's been, like, recently broken, and we're not sure exactly how rebuilding is going. If we're counting Dirtmouth as part of Hallownest... Oh my gosh, this ravine. Oh gosh. Ow. If we're counting Dirtmouth as part of this whole thing, then that might change things, because Dirtmouth is at least, like, a civilization. You know, not civilization, it's like a place people actually live. And apparently we're the only customers for the map shop. But at least it's, like, relatively safe, right? And with the DLC, even though we are what caused the troop to come by, I think it's safe to say that, like, them being there and it not being too crazy, like, travelers do come by, right? Whereas with Farloom, it's like, that's another kingdom that got, like, taken over by a separate entity. And it's been, like, cursed for ages with these pilgrims losing their minds or whatever. And that's, like... And Hornet just freed them. So, I don't know. I guess it's a kind of a pick your poison type situation. Where theoretically speaking, like, you could probably make a life in either of them. But I feel like depending on when exactly in the timeline you're showing up, there might be, like, problems with both, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I should probably try and answer the question. Let's see. do I think, actually? Mm, well, just from a gameplay perspective, I like Silksong a bit more. I've played a lot more of it. And when it comes to actually living there, now that the Citadel is open to everyone, I feel like maybe they have a little more infrastructure, at least for supporting a lot of people versus only a few. But then again, like, Dirtmouth and that whole area, that's just cozy, right? Like, that's just nice. Can't argue with that, you know? I am once again being lazy and not using my boat to cross this. But yeah, honestly, tough question. I probably muddied the muddied the waters for everyone, just talking for ages about the pros and cons of it. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. It's mostly cons. It's it's mostly cons because both of those places not doing so hot. Well, and as I mentioned, like they're doing slightly better now, but we don't really get to see that, so... By the way, we're gonna have to journey for a long, long time, I think, to find the biome that we're looking for. Because, as I said at the start of stream, I've traveled for, like, thousands of blocks in basically every direction, and I do not, like... I think I came across, like, a Badlands desert biome, but it was, like, 20,000 blocks in that direction, and we're just going this way. So, it might be a while before we actually achieve our goal. Where both of their gods have been killed, both by, funny enough, Void. You know what? Yeah, Void is 2 for 2 when it comes to murdering gods, and that's only as far as we know. Like, Void could just make a habit of snuffing out these Radiance gods, you know what I mean? Like, this could just be like a weekend pastime for the Void. We don't know nearly enough about that stuff to know what it does in its spare time. Although, now that the Knight is kind of... I'm not going to say in charge of it, but now that the Knight is low-key a big part of it, and at the very least has enough control to save their sister about it, you know, maybe there's something to that. I'm going to hang slight left because this is plains, so maybe it will lead us potentially to desert at some point. Badlands needs an update. Didn't they do an update with, like, the sand stuff? Like, I know that was kind of like a desert lore type update, but I feel like... By the way, let's not fall down in there. But I feel like the Badlands kind of got an update with part of that. And honestly, like, the biome I came across, it was huge. It was such a big biome. Like, yeah. If you were to update it, what do you think you would add? Because they added, like, I don't know what biome armadillos are supposed to, like, spawn in, but they added armadillos recently, and I know that's not, like, a huge update, but still. We might hang right again. Don't know why, but in my headcanon, Grim and the Trees are Mexicans. I don't know, man. Like, whatever thoughts and opinions you have about the world, those are yours to unpack. And hey, headcanons, that's fine. Like, they're bugs. They can be whoever you want. Really, more like mineshafts, possibly. The thing is, the Badlands biome I was in, it had a lot of mineshafts that spawned in it. Maybe I just got lucky, but there was like a lot. And also, I found a pot shard. I can't show you because my house is way that way, but I had one. Okay, let's see. Time for cod stew. And you know what? We'll keep going this way. As you can see, this landscape is so nice to navigate. Not hard at all. Ow. Stubbed my toe on the way down. Dang, I can barely find a mineshaft for the life of me. The thing is, I think I'm kind of a bit unique when it comes to exploring, because I think most people will look for like 20 minutes and that's the end of it. I will walk in a single direction for literal hours just collecting everything that I think is even mildly interesting. Like, you know, most people, when they, like, explore a cave, they'll, like, find a spawner, and they look in the chest, and they're like, ugh, there's only, like, a name tag, 3 glowberries, and some string. This is kind of a trash chest. Me, I look at that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, glowberries, string, and a name tag? I am so happy to have found this. Like... I think I'm a bit of a hoarder, honestly. That's why I had to reorganize my chests last stream, because I just I just keep everything. But hey, that means that if you're playing Minecraft with me, there's a good chance I will have what you need at any given time, because I do not throw anything away. Everyone has their own opinions on stuff. Very true. I think I missed a message. Also, if Hollow Knight has a mind to think now, I wonder why we don't hear its thoughts with the Dream Nail. Probably a lore thing. Like, and when we meet the knight, it's got a lot going on. Let's just say that. Oh my gosh! We came across the new wolf variants. I'm so happy I brought bones. See, this is what I do. This is what I do all the time. Hello. You're just a cute little baby, aren't you? Aww. I'm so excited. Okay. Now we're left with a conundrum. Actually, how many of you can I tame? Oh my gosh, you only took one. Guys. Guys. I might have 4 dogs now. I love dogs. Me too. Look at them. They're so cute. Look at them. Okay, see, here's also the problem with me exploring. I've found these dogs, and now I immediately want to go home. That's a creeper. We're leaving now. We are going this other way. Come with me, my new family. We are not gonna mess with that. Okay. What I was gonna say was, as I'm exploring, I've come across these dogs, right? And, like, I can't just take them with me. They're gonna die. I can't. I have to take them home now. Which means I have to actually remember where my home is. Which, you know what? I have a sense of direction. This'll be fine, right? Right? Yeah, so, yeah, change of plans. We're not going to get rabbits on our journey yet. We're going home because I have 4 new dogs that I need to protect. Sit, please. Buddy, please, sit. Thank you. And I know I'm about to sleep through the night, and I, like, don't, I don't need to have them sitting, but look at them! Look at them! Now, what are you going to name them? I don't know, but yeah. This music is beautiful. Didn't they get buffed? I have no idea. I'm just very cautious when it comes to my animals. They could very easily have gotten buffed, and I will still treat them like they'll die in 1 hit. It's just... it's just the way I am, honestly. Okay. Friends, we're gonna go home, okay? And you're all gonna be fine, because if I lost any one of you, I would cry many tears. And see, I'm learning my lesson, because usually, when I find pets, I'm just like, it's fine, I'll, like, they'll be fine. They're usually not fine, and then I get real sad, because they get into a dangerous scenario, and I don't like it. Like, we're gonna have to be careful over here because there's lava. Oh boy. I just want them to get home safely. Okay. We're going on a journey to take the wolves home. And you know what? It's gonna be fine. Because they're good dogs. And they're not gonna do anything dumb. What did I just say? This is a terrible plan. Okay, hang on. I have bones. Can you still feed them bones after you tame them? They were all looking at me funny, so... Okay. That makes you sit. If I just jump into the water, that might be better. That might be better. Okay. Okay, all 4 of them made it. This is fantastic news. Okay. Spoke too soon. Listen, listen. Oh my gosh, and I had 4 leads at home, but I was trying to be responsible. Ah! Also, there was a first-time chat a bit ago. Hello, Stirring Wolf. Welcome to the chat. Oh, this is gonna be a stressful next couple of minutes for me, I gotta tell you guys. Alright. Okay. It seems like they probably are all okay. But okay, we're just gonna gun it through the river. And don't any of you do anything stupid, okay? We gotta get to the Birkin truck and make sure not to hit a deer on the way home. There's a lot of things I gotta do. Because, like, you know what? This is fantastic. I actually have dog food at home. And I have the means of making more dog food. This is fantastic. Honestly, they are probably, like, stuck behind me. You guys good? Okay, they're fine. Yeah, and again, dang, you know, the Caves and whatever it's called, Caves and Cliffs update, it's cool, right? Like, I like it, but it also makes me so paranoid of just, I'll be running, and then there will be a cavernous ditch full of death and despair, and I just have to deal with that. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, guys? If this is a thunderstorm, I'm gonna lose it. I know maybe it's mean to just, like, keep holding the bone like this, but I'm paranoid for all of you, okay? Save them. I'm doing my best. We're headed back home. It's just, there's just a lot going on. Yeah, I was expecting to, like, not be going home for the whole entire stream, because that's usually how I do it, but I can't stand to just have these guys in danger as I'm exploring. I have to take them home. Like for the half stream, I was just talking about Hollow Knight. Listen, I like Hollow Knight, alright? But is this the way home? Oh boy. Vaguely, yes. Vaguely, yes, this is the way home. Hang on. I have my coordinates written down. I'm gonna check real fast. Because, like, I wasn't expecting to have to know the way home so soon. I thought this stream was gonna end with me, like, 17 billion blocks away from home. You know? So now, I gotta look in my Google Docs for where my... my home is. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh gosh, oh no. I have written down all these spots where there are cats that I left that I have to go grab. We'll do that later. We'll do that later. We'll do that later. Yes, home. There we go. Okay, home is negative 3363. Okay. You guys catch that? Negative 3363. No, negative 3363. Yes. It's gonna be fine. Okay. It's F3, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Okay, it is this way. It's basically a straight shot this way. Okay, sick. And this seems like normal rain and not terrible lightning rain, so that should be fine. I think those are dogs, not cats. Listen, I collect all manner of animals, okay? The coordinates I was looking at are places where I also explored, and I tamed a cat, and I was like, oh, I should come back for them. I don't want them accidentally dying. Well, here, okay, we're gonna have to go around here because there's a cavernous pit of sadness over there that I don't want the dogs falling in. Oh my gosh, the cavernous pit extends! This is terrible news. Is this another one where I'm just gonna have to jump? No, no, no. It looks like there's a way across. Okay, good. Hello, Enderman J. Welcome to chat. And I don't think I know what ENA is. I apologize. Okay, doggies. The cavernous pit continues! Ah! It's fine. It just means we're gonna have to take a looping, weird path. Okay. This should be fine. This should be fine. By the way, I'm just like running continuously and hoping that the dogs teleport, because I find if I try to... Guys? Okay, if I have enough bones, you're coming too. You're hungry, aren't you? Hey, get back here. What, you're just taking the bones, not even gonna get tamed? It might not. This wolf might not get tamed, actually. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, you're coming too. Welcome to the squad. Okay, listen, pal, you have to get tamed in 4 bones, or else we're just gonna have to leave you be. I'm sorry. And I am out of bones. Okay. See, that makes it easy, because now I just have to go. I have to go, I have to get over it, because I just don't have any more bones. But now I have 5 wolves, so that's great. Hooray! I don't have self-control issues. I am just taking some cute dogs back to my house, okay? How many dogs is that? 5. She has yes amount of dogs. Yes, correct. Oh my gosh. There are so many pits of madness and despair that I need to avoid. Including that one. That was just a... Did you guys see that? That was just a terrible, horrible hole in the ground, leading to agony and sadness. Okay. But I think we're fine. It's fine. What I was gonna say earlier is I find that when I try to lead the dogs carefully, I just end up putting them in more danger. So, like, it's better, I find, to just run and, like, have them teleport after you. I think since they're tamed, they won't attack these guys. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so it's just a sprint for home, basically, with all of my dogs. All of my many dogs. Luckily, I think I have some name tags at home. I think I have at least 3. And we can probably fish up some more. And we'll just go from there. Yeah. And you know, I think the same kind of goes for cats. If you're trying to transport cats back to your Minecraft home, you kind of just have to run. Because if you try to do it carefully, I feel like just bad things happen. And it's just, yeah, you just gotta be careful. And by be careful, I mean run. Because if you be careful, sad things will happen. Very sad things will happen. Very sad things. Okay. We're slowly getting closer to home, but it's still, I think, like 800 blocks out. So, yeah. We just keep going, and eventually we'll get there. Do I recognize that floating thing? I might. We might have gone in a circle. I might know where we are. I believe I do in fact know where we are. If we get over here and we look to our right and there's a village, that's the village close by with my mending books, and that should be fine. Are you a dog or cat person if you had to choose? That's so tough. That is really tough. Maybe I don't know where we are. I don't recognize this. But, yeah, that's really, really tough for me. Oh, if I had to choose? Like, gun to my head? I mean, probably. That's actually really hard because I like them for different reasons, right? Oh yay, the rain cleared up. Definitely doesn't have to do with sleeping. Okay. Hang on, let me check our direction. Okay. It is a case of just going up. Okay. Sick. Sorry that the words covered like the entire screen. Yeah, I think it is just over this hill. I hate how many random holes there are in the ground. And also that cave is freaking me out. Okay, you asked a question. Cat or dog person? I think it might very slightly be cat person, just because my lifestyle lends itself to cat behavior more, where it's just like having a chill companion on your lap type thing. But I really love dogs too. Like, I just backed off of that. Whatever. We're going up. Yep, just running this way. Here we go. And again, we just keep running, avoiding the noises of skeletons, because I'm not dealing with that. We're just going home. I do not need any nonsense today. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, just slightly it's more cats, but, like, dogs are good. Like, dogs are so good. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe this is the field that we came through. Alright, we're just gonna run for it. Because they'll teleport, and that'll help with fall damage. Okay, I think we did it. Oh, that's a frog. Hi, dude. Do you have any pets in real life? I do not have pets in the real life at the moment. One day I hope to have many pets, but right now I'm just living in an apartment, so we're waiting on that a little bit. But one pet that Minecraft doesn't have that I eventually want to own is a snake. I actually really like snakes. I think they're really cute and really cool looking, and I'd love to have one. Let's see. Actually, wow, I need to eat some food. I just realized. One sec. Hang on. Let me eat some stew. Just a sec. Anyway. Yeah, they're still all here. Okay. Sick. Right, but I was checking my trajectory. Okay. That's 81. Wait a second. Did I get turned around? It's negative 3360. So, you know what? We'll just go this way. No. We're going to go this way around the Pit of Despair. And that should put us back on track. Sweet. Ball python is a great starter snake. Yeah, that's the one I want to start with. There's a lot of really pretty ones that I think are really, really nice. Like, I really like banana ball pythons. I think they're so cute. Yeah, pied is another morph that I really enjoy. I just really love them. I honestly think Pomni is a great protagonist. I just think the tone of the first few episodes is so different. I think it's the reason Pomni's character is weakened slightly. That is fair. Like, Pomni's character at the start of the series definitely feels different than later on. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it goes, right? Okay. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. We're just... You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna go this way. More running so they teleport and don't get hurt. by the way, in this mod, the dog food that you can make, I think, is like, it gives them buffs. Like, I think it gives them, like, haste or something like that. It's really cool. Never had a chance to use it because I don't have any dogs, but now I do. And once again, my greed has overcome me. 1 second. Anyway. We gotta go. I'm getting, like, not gonna lie, guys, I'm getting, like, slightly worried because I'm not seeing anything familiar. But I think it's no, wait, never mind. That's my house. That's my house. We're fine, guys. We're totally fine. That's not my house. That's a village. But whatever. It's still a good thing. Let's go. Ow. What I was gonna say is I'm getting slightly concerned because my, because I'm not recognizing anything. And to be honest, I'm still not recognizing anything, so we'll just have to go from here. Let's see. Don't get turned around, the peppers need to live. Don't worry, we're gonna figure it out. If my home is not where I think it is, we'll figure it out. Like, they are not in undue danger at this time. See, there's an iron golem. They'll be totally fine. Get a beacon at your base. That is a good idea, and I think I have, like, maybe not quite enough stuff to make a beacon, but I'm kind of getting there, to be honest, which is kind of crazy. Okay, hang on. I didn't mean to take a screenshot, but that was a nice dog to have a screenshot of. Okay, 306. I got so turned around. Okay. This way. If we just go straight this way, I'm just gonna say, if we go straight this way, it'll be fine. And I will be correct. Because I say so. Da-da-da. How would you rank all the TDC characters from worst to best? When it comes to the characters, there's a lot that I like. You know? Like, worst to best. See, I always have trouble with this because I feel like I like all the characters for different reasons. And I know that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but it's just honesty, honestly. Okay, supposedly my home should be somewhere around here, but it might take a bit to find it. I know you don't like the word antagonist, but it just means opposing the protagonist. Jax's worldview stereotypes, King nihilism versus Pomni. I don't dislike the word antagonist. I just, like, I don't know. Jax, like, I feel like there's a different word that applies to Jax, and I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Antagonist just doesn't gel in my brain, and I completely understand, like, the viewpoint, like, probably definition-wise, he absolutely is the antagonist, but, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I haven't sorted out my full thoughts on it, so when I talk about it, I'm gonna sound a little all over the place. Okay. Wait, I think I do know where we are. Hang on a second. We were here last stream. This is where we got pumpkins from, I think. Okay. I think I know where we are. I think all is well. 1 second. Let's just go this way. And if we are where I think we are very, very close to the house. I never understood the hate for Jax. I understand it. I think it's become a little bit overblown. Like, I completely understand looking at the character of Jax and thinking, like, oh, wow, what a piece of work. I could not handle that. Because, like, throughout the series, Jax does a lot of things, like, that are just like, wow, I would not want to know them in real life. Which is fair. Like, to be honest, Jax is the type of character where analyzing her in the Amazing Digital Circus, it's like, wow, so interesting. But if I had to know her in real life, not so good. You know what I mean? Like, I would... I would not like to know her in real life very much. When you person deep pry, you tend not to like someone or bully a person because you're having trauma. Like, here's the thing. people like Jax exist in real life. And the thing is, you're not, this is going to sound mean, you're not obligated to, like, be their friend, if that makes sense. Like, there's going to be people that you run into throughout your life that you just, like, either you don't click with them or they're genuinely a toxic person that it's bad for you to be around. And you're not a bad person for looking at that and going, no thanks, I don't want anything to do with that. You know? But in a fictional sense with Jax, it is very fun to analyze a character like that. I like Jax as a written character, but I personally would hate them. Oh, I feel that. I feel that a lot. Also, it's getting dark, but I can literally see the house. So I'm not worrying about it. I'm just gonna get home, and we're gonna lay down in bed, and it's gonna be great. Because I have brought so many animals home. 5 of them. And we're gonna go in the house, and it's gonna be great. Alright. We're almost there. And would you look at that? We have made it home. Alright, everybody. Okay, good. They're still with me. All of you, enter. Okay, is that all of them? I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sick! We did it! We got the dogs home! Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And I'm sure some of them have just gone upstairs. Okay. No, they're in the basement. Okay. For now, guys, I just need you to sit, okay? I just need you to sit so I can keep track of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, the dogs made it home. Hooray! Look at my conglomeration of dogs. This is a glorious day to be alive. Okay, exactly. 5 dogs saved. We've done it. Woo! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the sub, Stirring Wolf. We got the dogs home. And you know, in the upcoming streams, I don't always play Minecraft, but when I do, we'll say hi to the dogs every time. I can promise you that. Man. Okay. I'm gonna go to bed so the night passes, and then we'll see how many name tags I have, and see about naming them. Okay. Yahoo! Okay. I think my name tags will be in my treasure chest. Which is this. Behold my wealth. My emeralds are all in the other chest. Okay, I only have 2 name tags. Okay. Let's think about this. Very rich. I know, look at this. I've got ominous bottle 1, 2, 3, and 5. So clearly, I am a connoisseur. Yeah, okay, only 2 name tags. We're probably, you know, I put off making a very... Where's 4? Sadly, that's not part of my collection yet. I know, it's not complete. But, sadly, I don't have that one yet. But maybe someday. Maybe someday. Okay. So, I think... I feel a little bit weird just naming 2 of them. So if it's okay with you guys, I think what we might do... What's the easiest way to get name tags? I think it's fishing, right? I'm gonna... Because I have a decent amount of levels right now. I'm gonna see if we can get, like, some nice stuff. Like, if we can get a nice fishing rod, and then go from there. Fishing? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Hello, Candy the Deer. Welcome into chat. Nice having you. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a really nice fishing rod, and then we'll fish up 3 more name tags, and then we can name the 5 wolves that we just brought home on our trip to get rabbits, which we have gotten completely sidetracked from, but I don't care because look at all the cute dogs! Oh my gosh! Look at them. Yeah. Right now they're just sitting here in the basement. Maybe one day I'll make them their own like little doghouse they can live in. But right now they're safe in my basement. So here they're gonna stay. And we'll move them eventually. But for now, well, firstly I need to put away all my stuff. But after I put away the stuff, we are gonna work on getting some name tags for them. Oh, by the way, this is Fred. Everyone say hi to Fred. We brought you 5 new housemates. Isn't that great, Fred? Yeah, he's ecstatic. Okay. I forget how much mending books cost, so I'm gonna just bring a stack with me. There we go. One thing I hate, Goose comforted on Pomni, is the fact she doesn't like being touched, because in the show it's not shown at all, I don't think. It's one of those things, I think, where it's like, it's an interesting character detail, but again, like you said, it doesn't really come across. And that's just one of the things that happens when you're writing a show. You have small character details that just don't really come across. It happens sometimes. Yeah, hate is the wrong word, mildly annoyed. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah. Let's jump up. Okay. We're getting a mending book. By the way, I'm saying this aloud for like people who are just coming in, but also for myself so I remember what we're doing because I get distracted very easily. She touches people all the time though. It's, like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, the circus is such a weird environment that sometimes it's hard to tell if a character is reacting some type of way because they don't like something, or just because the circus is weird and uncomfortable to be in a lot of the time. But yeah, it's one of those things. Alright. By the way, with the mod I'm using, with the mod I'm using, you get special stuff from eating food, and I have comfort. Do I know what comfort does in the context of this mod? No, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, but as I was saying with Pomni, really? 30? Well, I guess I'm glad I brought one. Yep. That's right. You make me bring my own book. Okay. Let's see. I think I have some books back at the house. It's not that far of a run, so we'll just run back and get some books. Man, I forgot. He's stingy, and you have to bring your own book for him to write in. Ignore the fact that he's trapped in his house and probably couldn't make books if he wanted to. I'm taking this moment to be annoyed for no reason. But yeah, with Pomni, like, yeah, within the show, her not liking to be touched, I can think of one moment. It's like during episode 5, like the random episode, there's the moment where, like, Jax puts a hand on her head and she kind of like shoves it off. But within the context of that scene, it kind of just seems like she doesn't like being treated like a child, which is also true. So it doesn't really come across as she doesn't like being touched specifically. But yeah, it's, again, like you mentioned, one of those things that doesn't super come across in the show, and it could have been interesting if it did, but oh well. Also, yes, I have pink sheep. Behold them in their glory. Also, like 1,000,000 chickens that give me, like, stacks of eggs that I have no idea what to do with. Alright. Say hello to the dogs. We are getting you guys name tags. It's just a bit of a process. What did I come here for? It was, book. That's what I came here for. Okay. Okay. I do have books. You know what? We'll bring 2 to get 2 mending books, because I can pay for that, and we'll just go from there. Here we go. Alright, now we're gonna go get books. It feels like Ragatha, what you said. It comes off more that she doesn't mind being touched than not. Ragatha video, I mean, her and Pomni's relationship. Do you agree that TDAC became Jaxo after episode 5? I personally disagree, but what do you think? I think that criticism isn't really, like... I'll talk more about this in my eventual Jax video, but I think that criticism isn't really true. Because if you look at the sum whole of the show, it was kind of always about Jax. Like, the entire cast is dealing with their own identity issues and trying to figure out who they want to be and how they want to present themselves and all of that. And all of that is leading to the eventual reveal of Jax's own identity and the struggles that she was having with that and, like, how that ended up. Like, that's, like, kind of the whole point of the series. So I don't really think it's a substantive criticism to say, oh, it became the Jax show after episode 5, because that kind of implies that it happened unintentionally, and I don't think that's true. I think it was always the intent that this would happen, and thank you for your business, that this would happen this way, and it was always going to be a show with Jax. I think expectations for the show got a little muddy just because the cast is so big, and because episode 4 was a case of, like, just really focusing on Gangle. I think that gave people the idea that there was going to be an episode for every character like that, where it was going to be like, oh, this is the Zooble episode, this is the Pomni episode, this is not Pomni, Pomni's like the main character, but you know what I mean, where people assumed it was going to be a case where every character would get their own episode, and looking at the timeline of things and knowing that it was like a 9-episode series, it's obvious in retrospect that that was never going to happen, you know? Because there's only 9 episodes, and there are already 3 in, and it's not as if it's going to be 1 per whatever. But yeah, I don't really agree with the idea that it became the Jax show, because 1, it was always going to be about Jax. It wasn't like a metamorphosis that happened unexpectedly, if you look at it in retrospect. And also, as Enderman just pointed out, like, Jax, Kane has just as much screen time. So it's like, by the way, this is a point I'm planning to make in my video. Jax is not the, like, pet character of Gooseworks. If anything, it's Kane, because look at what Kane got in the end, comparatively. Like, I don't want to make any statements about what characters are or are not Gooseworks' favorites. It feels a little weird to speculate about that. But at the same time, it's like, if we're looking at what endings the characters got, I don't know, Kane got a pretty good one. I'm just saying. Alright. And I believe I have a fishing pole out here. And if I don't, I have like 10 billion string in one of my chests, so. Yes. You know what? We'll just grab both of these. Thank you very much. Oh, yay, Minecraft music. Huzzah! To be fair, Zooble and Ragatha are the only ones who didn't get episodes, that Zooble already had their arcs. If anyone deserved more screen time, it's her. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think Gooseworks wanted to do a lot. And that's totally fine, like, I understand that. But it also becomes a case where... Actually, I need an anvil. Is my anvil downstairs? It definitely is downstairs. Okay. Need an anvil. We're gonna put mending on the one with more. Okay, guys. What should we name our fishing rod? I like to name my tools and stuff. Yeah, what I was saying with that is Gooseworks wanted to do a lot, and it's totally fine, and I think great to have big ambitions for your show. It didn't quite come together, I think, as much as she or the audience would have liked in some cases, but it's still a good show, and I think you can't discount that. By the way, numbers are going in because I use numbers to change my PNG character. Let's see. What's a good name for a fishing rod? I feel like Jax is the reverse of Pomni. Pomni was the main focus of episodes 1 and 2. Jax is 9. You know, I can agree with that. The cast being most the middle. Yeah. I like that. CD and Dragon. Let's see if it fits. I don't know what the name limit is for these things, so how would you rank every TADC episode? Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, it fits. I will say I don't know what benthic means. I don't know what it means. So if you could explain what exactly it means before I enshrine it upon this forever, I'd appreciate it. When it comes to ranking episodes, some of the ones I really like, honestly, episode 3, I was looking at it a bit while I was editing for this video, and that one's a really good one. But top, I think, is, off the top of my head. Okay, let's do this. We've got, I'm gonna say, number 1, they all get guns. Number 2 basically means the ocean floor. That's sick. I'm keeping it. Personally, I have episodes top to bottom. 3, 5, 8, 7, 6, 9, 4, 1, 2. There's a lot of episodes, aren't there? Oh boy. Benthic Explorer. I like that name. Aha! Okay, and now we'll go upstairs and enchant the other one and see if we can combine them. Okay. Right, I was ranking. Just off the top of my head, no deep thoughts. We're gonna go... They all get guns, which is 6. Then number 3, which is the haunted house one. Then number 4, which is the restaurant one. I like that one a lot. Number 5 is the random. And then number 1, I guess, the pilot. And then I will rank, we'll go 8, 9, 7. I could very much change those, I'll be entirely honest. Just off the top of my head, I'm just trying to name them. I'll go back in the VOD later and see if I agree with myself, you know what I mean? Oh wait, I completely forgot about episode 2. The episode 2 is before episode 7. Yep, I remember where I put that one. Okay, let's grab this. Okay, what do we got? Unbreaking, Luck of the Sea, that's nice. Let's do Luck of the Sea. Ooh, that's nice. Luck of the Sea 2, Lure 2, Unbreaking 3. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good roll. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, and thank you very much to CDN Dragon Tamer for the name on this fishing rod. I like it a lot. Now let's see if we have enough levels to combine this. We probably should, but we'll see. We're gonna get you guys name tags soon. Hooray! Okay, there we go. Actually, put this in first so we don't have to name it again. Okay, 25. We do indeed have enough levels to do this. Sick. This is the coolest fishing rod of ever, I guess. Okay, now let's sleep through the night and we can sort out... Actually, let's sort out our inventory right now. And then tomorrow, after I sleep, I guess, we can see about fishing. I want some food on me. Let's go like this. There we go. We will keep the sushi rolls, and we will put the plate of shepherd's pie right here. And then I should go upstairs and put my emeralds away, probably. And we'll dump a bunch of stuff in a different chest. Just figure that out. There we go. Yes, yes. Episode 5, I think, is the best adventure episode. Styles and character analysis are great, specifically the bar scene. Episode 5 is interesting because it feels like, I think an ad is going right now. I'll explain again afterwards if needs be. But it's trying to do a lot, and in some ways it feels almost like it's playing catch up. By the way, cheesecake makes you fast. Ain't that something? But anyway, let's see. Actually, we'll probably just dump a bunch of this in the chest next to us, and then keep everything else. Also, watch this. Hey, Atticus, we're going to bed. Oh, okay, now you don't do it. So basically, there's some code in Minecraft that, cats can sleep on you. But Atticus, I guess, decided to just put his head in a bush. So, yeah, I'm talking about you. Silly. Just got an ad. As soon as you said there's an ad. Okay. The comedy. You know what? If it's funny, that makes it a little bit better. Let me see. What I was saying was, I think episode 5 is interesting, because in some ways it feels almost like you're playing, catch-up. Like, there's a lot they want to do with different characters, and that episode is doing a lot of heavy lifting to figure it out. Not figure it out. To show us a lot about different characters very quickly, if that makes sense. Excuse me. I don't want you here. Yeah, by the way, this is gonna be mostly fish at first. Ad's over. Oh, so you just missed what I said. I shall repeat myself. Okay, so basically what I was saying is episode 5 is trying to do a lot in terms of character establishment and what it's trying to show us as an audience. And in some ways that means that it feels like it's trying to play catch up, like just trying to establish a lot at once, because there's a lot they're trying to do in the series and they haven't done it yet. That doesn't mean that it's like bad. It's just like when watching it, it's clear that there's a lot that it wants to do. Again, not bad, just an observation. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a little bit, chat. Not gonna lie. And we're hoping for name tags, because I decided to bring home 5 dogs. Almost missed that one. Yeah, while we're here, everyone take the opportunity to have a little bit of water. Hydration's very important. Also, this might be a little bit shallow. I don't know if that actually affects fishing stuff, but if we get to 10 fish, I'll probably switch fishing spots. That was me drinking water. Also, if we get to 10 fish, I'm gonna kill that drowned over there, because I don't like that he's in my river, lake, ocean. Now we're just slowly building up levels again. You know, I'm really glad that it doesn't take levels to give your dogs name tags, because if it did, like, obviously I'd do it, but I'd be annoyed about it, you know? I'm glad that sort of thing doesn't take levels. Oh, there we go. There we go, a pufferfish. I personally have a Pomni and Kinger plushies. I'm going to get Kane, they're definitely my favorites, and that's totally fair. Do you have any merch from the series? I do not. If I were to get some, I like having merch, like, plushies are... I accidentally switched. I lost whatever it was. It could have been the greatest thing ever, but now it's lost. Sadness. You know what? I'm gonna move over here. Actually, first of all, I gotta kill this guy. One sec. Wait just a sec. Yep. Okay. As I was saying, I'm gonna move over here, see if I get different stuff when there's like slightly more depth to the pond. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Watch that be a name tag. I know, right? Oh, that was quick. A different type of fish. We're moving up in the world. By the way, if you see a whole bunch of chickens around, it's because I collect so many eggs from my chicken coop that when I just throw them away from me, like, I don't know what to do with them, so I've been just chucking them in the river. But that means that the ones that hatch into little baby chickens, they they just end up swimming in the river. So, but yeah, in terms of merchandise, I think I'd probably want a shirt, because a lot of the time I find the plushies to be kind of stiff. I like my plushies to be kind of floppy. Like, those are the more favored plushies I have. Not to say that I never get plushes that are different. Like, oh no, don't you worry. I get plushies. But probably I'd want to go for a shirt or like a hoodie, because those have really, really nice designs that I like a lot. Ah. I pulled up. Watch that have been a name tag too. Okay, getting lots of different fish so far, but not much treasure. But it's just a matter of patience. If you guys, like, if you'll let me, I'll just fish here forever. Because honestly, I don't mind fishing in Minecraft, really. Kinger's the best pregnant boy. Is that a joke about how the plushie is oriented? I think I vaguely remember seeing stuff about that, but I don't know a ton. Yeah, by the way, in case you missed it, behind me are all my animals. I got beehives. I got sheep. I got pink sheep that I don't kill. I've got cows, I've got chickens, and I've got pigs. And here, I've got fish. The ad for the merch from Glitch made the joke. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Fair enough. Also, let's see. Hang on a second. Luck of the Sea, Lure 2. Luck of the Sea is what gets you treasure, right? Because I know Lure is for fish. But Luck of the Sea is definitely for treasure, right? Like, basically, is my fishing rod broken? I don't think so. You know, I just said that I was patient with fishing, and here I am being impatient with fishing. I just gotta relax, let it do its thing. Luck of the Sea increases chances of getting loot? Okay, so I do have that. Luck of the Sea 2, I believe, is on this. Would you look at that? I got leather boots, the greatest treasure of all. We're moving up in the world, guys. Someone said it's its favorite merch, Pregnant Kinger. Nice. Da, 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 da. Well, you know what, guys? Leather boots. Soon we'll be getting, like, fire aspect books. And even more fish. Which is probably a good thing, because honestly you can get a lot from fish in this game. Because there's an item called a cutting board. By the way, for anyone new in the stream who doesn't know, in this Minecraft world, I'm using the mod Farmer's Delight, which adds a bunch of food and stuff. When you use the cutting board on fish, there's a chance that you get, next thing will be enchanted diamond armor. Exactly. Yeah, but when you use a cutting board on fish, there's a chance you get bone meal, which is really nice. Hello, The Silent Smile. Welcome to the chat. And thank you so much. Hi, your content is very awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy your time in stream. Whether you keep chatting or just lurk, either is fine. We're just having a nice fun time here. Trying to get name tags because I went on a journey to get rabbits and oh, I missed it. I went on a journey to try and get rabbits so I could make soup. And then I found dogs and I tamed the dogs and now I have 5 of them. And we're fishing so we can get name tags to name all of our 5 dogs. So yeah, now you're caught up. When people talk about their interests for hours, it's very awesome to listen to. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Can I spew a random fact I learned? Yes, please. I love random facts. In fact, I'll give you one. In the audio commentary for Finding Nemo, during the seagull chase, one of the guys who's doing the commentary drops the F word like 5 times in a row because they were like, oh yeah, no one's ever gonna listen to it. So he jokingly dropped the F-bomb like 5 times. They bleep it out, and they were like, oh, no one's ever gonna hear it. And it was a big joke. But I heard it, and I will never forget. And now all of you know as well. Anyway, sorry. What were you saying? Aren't name tags craftable now? You know, I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot that they were. But also, I'm playing on the version of Minecraft I'm on, I'm pretty sure they aren't craftable, because that's like a recent thing, isn't it? I don't think for me name tags are craftable, because it's not like an ancient version of Minecraft, but the mod that I use, Farmer's Delight, it only works on like 20.1 or whatever, so I am a little bit behind in terms of updates. And also, I think it's way more fun to find them randomly. I kind of don't like that they made them craftable. Like, I get it, but it bums me out a little bit. It makes me a little bit like, harumph, I put in the work, why can't you? Like, and that's a little bit silly of me. Like, I totally get wanting to make them craftable, like, nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just kind of a case of like, well, I would have put in the work to find them, you know? I don't want to stop, so we're just gonna light up the world around us and keep fishing, because I feel like it. And if we run into monsters, we will simply kill all of them. Sound good? Good. Ooh, Farmer's Delight. Have you tried Croptopia? I have not. I have not heard of that one. That might be one to try. Is that an expansion for crops? I mean, the name kind of says so, but I wanted to ask anyway. Going back to other messages. There's a thing in space called the Great Attractor. Is something we can't see that pulls the whole galaxy in a direction that we don't know. We can't see behind our sun because of dust. We know it's there because of math. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in space that we don't know about. And you know, obviously I'd like to know, but some other part of me is like, maybe it's better that we don't. Like, if science ever finds out, that'll be awesome. But, you know, there's a lot of unknown stuff in space. It's like a separate mod from Farmer's Delight, but it adds many crops, and it also has cooking, I think. Okay. I think that's probably something I'd definitely be interested in. Because, like I said, like I mentioned in the stream, I'm a bit of a hoarder. I just like to have the stuff. I like to make food. I like to chill out. So I think that's definitely going to be up my alley. After TDC character spotlights, what is your next project moving forward? Well, usually I save those updates for Patreon, but since you're all here and being ever so nice to me, I suppose I could tell you a little bit about what I have coming up. Did something just die? What just died in there? What just died in the river? Gosh. Anyway, sorry. I got very distracted. I think I'm eventually gonna do a compilation of all the character spotlights into one big long video that people can put on. I think people will like that. And then, in terms of long-term plans, I was thinking of doing something in September that I want to do is something to do with the Resident Evil movie that's coming out, because I think it's really cool. I have a Bendy and the Ink Machine video somewhere in the pipeline. Just a lot of little random things. Like, I was thinking of doing a series where... Sorry, stretching. Ugh, where I talk about... oh, I missed it. I was thinking of doing a series where I talk about... just random... You know how Markiplier does his 3 scary games thing? Not like exactly like that, but kind of where I just look at smaller horror projects and talk about their merits, because I think that'd be fun. But yeah. It's for fabric only, though. Is this forge? This is forge, but I could probably get fabric if I wanted to. Did you know that space acts like a loaf of bread being baked? Everything's expanding. Nothing moves. That's really interesting. So, like, it's all an extension of the Big Bang, essentially. That's very interesting. Bendy is my favorite. Yeah, Bendy's pretty good one. Opinions on H.P. Lovecraft. Extremely racist man. Pretty groundbreaking fiction. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that goes on in his fiction is like, some of it has roots in his opinions on people of other races. But nevertheless, he did found an entire genre of sci-fi and horror, and I think exploration of fear of the unknown is very interesting. There's just a bit of a history there of racism and all the other isms, because H.P. Lovecraft, sorry, it's just like, that man, he was certainly a lot in many ways. But yeah. I do love Lovecraftian horror. I think it's very creative, and the aesthetic, I think, is part of the reason that it's lasted so long, is people like that a lot. String! Let's go! We got string! But, yeah, in terms of what he wrote, it's often very effective and very influential. He's an awful person, but cosmic horror is my favorite form of horror. It's definitely interesting, yeah. His many fears created many wonders. Yeah, something like that. Where it's like, a lot of his fears, unfortunately, were like, you know, I don't need to keep harping on it. You all know. We're all on the same page. But yeah, cosmic horror, I think, is really interesting. I talked about it a little bit back when I was doing my Iron Lung videos. But yeah, at some point in the future, I'll probably touch on it again. Because I think at some point I'll probably have to take a look at Iron Lung again, because it came out and we can actually like go frame by frame and analyze stuff, which I think is pretty awesome. Let me just make sure. Okay, I do have Luck of the Sea. Doo-doo-doo. Best interesting fact about space, because nothing is faster than light. After certain distances of space, you actually see back in time, because light isn't fast enough for your eyes to travel back. So you literally can't see the current universe, you're seeing the past that your eyes can't keep up with. Yeah, that's like time dilation, right? Like, I know a tiny bit about it because of Interstellar. But yeah, super interesting. Kind of crazy that we have the capacity. Like, I guess the reason it happens is because we don't have the capacity to see that far. But it's very interesting. Just like, and that's kind of like the premise behind Iron Lung in a way, where it's like, oh, the light you're seeing from the stars is from stars that are already dead. Like, it's really interesting. Excuse me, drink water again. Oh. Man, I am getting a lot of fish, aren't I? Whew. I don't know much about space, but I know there is a plane out there with a tornado on it bigger than Earth. Planet out there with a tornado on it bigger than Earth. That is very cool. Is that the red spot of Venus that you're talking about, or is that completely different? Because it could be the storm that's on Venus, or it could be something else entirely. Actually, Mars. Wait. Jupiter. It's on one of the planets. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Man, I can't believe I embarrassed myself live. No one's ever done that before. Yes, thank you all. Red is spot on Jupiter. Yeah, but it's really, really cool to look into space. And also, you know, there's a lot going on in space that we don't know about, and that can make it kind of scary. But honestly, most of the time when I think about space, it's just really cool. It's the ocean that freaks me out. Like, I don't know why that is. Because technically, like, they kind of, the fear is rooted in the same place, right? Like, it's a whole bunch of space. You die if you go out there because of pressure differences and stuff, and no air. And there's a whole bunch of whatchamacallit that we don't understand. But for some reason, to me, the ocean is just, like, so much worse. Like, I feel like the ocean is just so much scarier. Maybe that's just me. Did you know that diamonds aren't valuable? They're just hoarded by people and are given sparingly? Yeah, it's a bit of a monopoly. Which, you know, like, I haven't done a ton of research on this, but I'm pretty sure there's not much of a difference between, like, mined diamonds and lab-grown diamonds. So, oh, hello, Mr. B. So if you're, like, if that's something you're concerned about, it might be worth getting a lab-grown one. Might be a little bit better. We'll discover everything in space before we discover everything in the ocean. You know, I don't know enough about space and subnautical exploration to say whether you're right or wrong, but I believe you. And maybe that's just my own worries coming into play. Is it just me, or should I be getting more stuff that's not fish? Am I crazy for that? Monsters hidden underwater in the depths. Yeah, like, I haven't seen this, but a while ago there was a Netflix movie where there was, like, a big red sea monster, and it's like a family movie, right? But there's, like, one shot where these two characters fall into the water, and they look down, and they just see the face of the monster, like, deep in the water, just staring up at them, and then it backs up and just vanishes, even though it's huge. And that's terrifying to me. Like, deep ocean, and the way it can just hide things, even though it's open ocean, like, that legitimately kind of makes my skin crawl. Like, bleh. Like, no thank you, you know what I mean? Basically actually, the universe stops at a point because their eyes literally are not capable of seeing past that point, waiting for the universe to expand, basically. Have we, like, is it theoretical that we can't get any further? Or is it a case of, like, what are they called? The things we send into space to take pictures. Telescopes? No. You guys know what I'm talking about. Is it a case of, like, our explorers, essentially, quote-unquote, haven't gotten far enough? Or is it literally a limitation of human biology? Because, like, literally while you're standing here on Earth, I'm sure there's a limitation. But rovers? Yeah. Rovers, telescopes, some of them are gonna eventually land on planets. Some of them I think are kind of just going. Space is so cool. It's so funny to me, the difference between space and the ocean. Because again, they're not that different. But for whatever reason, I'm like, ooh, space, that's so fun and cool. And then I think about the ocean and it's like, no thanks. Don't need any of that. We literally can't see. The device can, but the light can't travel past it. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's super interesting. That there's just like a limit that we can't see with our own biological eyes. That's interesting. Or I guess it's not a limitation of human biology. It's more a case of, like, the light from our sun / other things hasn't traveled that far because light has to actually travel to go to places. But yeah. Yeah. I would rather live in space than live in the ocean. I mean, okay. Now that's where another difference is. Because when it comes to living in space, I think there's a lot more risks, if that makes sense. Like, depends on what you mean by in the ocean. Because when it comes to the ocean, you can kind of just live on a boat on the ocean. And, you know, that has its own dangers, obviously. But people can kind of come get you. If you're on, like, a space thing and something goes wrong, I don't really know how easy it would be to, like, get people to help you. Like, probably by that point, we'll have the technology where we can just, like, have people easily go and help, right? But I don't know. At moment of current speaking, if something had happened to our astronauts recently as they were exploring, I don't know how easy it would have been to send help, if you know what I mean. Reminds me of the movie with the Indian man and the tiger. Are you talking about Life of Pi or RRR? Because those are very different movies. Space has radiation and sucking your oxygen. The ocean has compression and water and creatures. Yeah, but the thing about the creatures in the ocean is, like, they're scary, sure. But I think if we're gonna be living in the ocean, it's not gonna be, like, in the Marianas Trench. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're gonna be in relatively shallow water. If that makes sense. Like, whereas space, I feel like once you get to a certain point in space, like that's space. You know what I mean? It doesn't get much, like, I don't know if saying going deeper into space, that's the correct terminology. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I'm more scared of like going into the deep ocean than going into space, I guess. But living in the ocean, I think, is safer because it feels like it's easier to get help. WALL-E type of living in space. Yeah, there you go. Like, WALL-E does a good job. Actually, you know, I think I'm gonna make another fishing rod and see if I can increase the efficiency of this fishing rod. Cause I said I was patient with fishing. I don't know if I'm this patient. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. Where is my string? Do I not have that much string? I could have sworn I had more. Well, I think you can make wool into string, if I remember. Can you? No, you can make string into wool, but not the other way around. I remember now. Well, we might have no choice but to be patient. Depending on how much string it takes. I think it takes 2. Let me see. Is it... Haha! Perfect. Alright, let's go up. Talking about 2024 recent. Oh, interesting. Curious about what other major mods are installed. Farmer's Delight is the only one that I have on this specific world. I have a different world that's like a whole bunch of horror mods, but that is not this one. This is my cozy let's make food world. Kind of topic. WALL-E is my favorite Pixar movie. W Toxic. You know, WALL-E's a really good one. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a really good one. Unfortunately, the enchantment requirement is quite steep. Steeper than I was expecting. 'Cause I want that Luck of the Sea, but I need 28 levels, which I do not have. So here's what we're gonna do. Like you can see me doing with this other one. Chuck it in the chest. And you know, great way to get levels? Fishing! This is just working out for us, isn't it? By the way, say hi to the cows, hi to the chickens, hi to the pigs, and hi to the sheep. And let me run around. Hi to the other sheep. Did I pick up any eggs going by? I most certainly did. I got an entire stack of eggs by just walking in the vague vicinity of my chicken coop. The power that these chickens hold, I tell you. Anyway, back to fishing. What horror mods? I did a video a while ago talking about Minecraft horror mods. I got the one, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one with the guy that spawns on tree leaves hanging upside down, and he like chases you and despawns with lightning. That one? Let's see, what else? It was just kind of a bunch of the popular ones, and then Astral Spiff, I don't know if you guys know him, he did a Minecraft video with just like a ton of horror mods, and I used that mod pack to do something with that. So I did one that was just a bunch of random ones. But yeah. Have you seen Alex's Mobs mod? I have not. Does it expand on mobs in the game? Herobrine from the Fog. Yeah. I believe in the mod pack there was at least one Herobrine mod. There might have been 2. And yeah, From the Fog is, I believe, what the monster guy on the leaves is called. What's your favorite horror movie or horror game? Um, Let me think. What is my favorite? Because, to be honest, a lot of growing up, I didn't actually play that many games, but ooh, I watched The Thing with my husband when, like, after we watched Iron Lung together. Oh, there's an ad. Sorry, they come at the most inopportune times. I'll save my gushing for The Thing until afterwards. But let me think about video games in the meantime. A lot of the video games I played are like tangentially horror, but a lot of them aren't specifically meant to scare. And don't tell anyone this. It's a secret. But even though I'm a YouTuber who talks about FNAF, I haven't actually played that many FNAF games. I know this is like a super rare thing, and it's not very common with YouTubers, but someone who talks about FNAF hasn't played all the games. I'm sorry, I broke the illusion. Yeah. But a lot of the games I play, as I was saying, they're more tangentially horror than like they want to specifically make you jump out of your seat. The Brief, I haven't played all of Resident Evil 2. I've only played a bit of it. I need to play the rest of it at some point. Don't spoil me. Um, that one I really liked. I enjoyed what that one had going. In terms of horror movies, I mentioned this earlier. Now that the ad's over, I'll finish talking about it. I watched The Thing for the first time with my husband, and that one is really, really good. I liked The Thing a lot when I watched it. It was super... and like, I'm not like the best when it comes to squeamish stuff, but the practical effects were so, so good. The Thing or Coraline are my favorites. Coraline is really good. Coraline's a really good one. That's an excellent choice. Favorite horror game is Dead Space. My favorite movie is The Thing. Dead Space is another one I might have to play at some point. Do you guys have an opinion about the original versus the remake? Because I know they made a remake, and apparently in the original Dead Space, the guy doesn't talk, and in the remake he does. I don't know exactly how they did that, writing-wise. I feel like that would that would change things in a way, but I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion on that? I haven't. I saw the original Ring in the American version. It makes the game better. Oh, him talking makes the game better. Okay. Because I know sometimes in media, when a character is designed to be silent, a lot of the dialogue is built around them not talking. But I guess in the case of Dead Space, I saw, like, I don't know if you guys know Fiznom. Back when it came out, I watched some of his stream on it. And it seemed like he was just having a great time, so... You connect with Isaac as a character and the emotional payoff hits way harder. Won't spoil. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Might have to get into it then. Yeah, well, thank you for letting me know. I will have to keep that in mind. Yeah. The Ring is probably another movie that I should watch, like another classic horror movie that I just haven't seen. Because for a long time I didn't watch, I don't know if The Ring is rated R, but for a long time I didn't watch rated R movies. But now I've started expanding a little bit with, I watched Iron Lung, which, like, obviously that one's rated R. Most blood ever, as the advertising says. Hello, spider in the distance. And then I watched The Thing, which has all those practical effects. And, yeah, there's a bunch of... it's rated R. Yeah, well, there you go. Another classic one I'll probably have to watch. And I've seen since then, what's it called? Friday the 13th? That's the one with Jason and Mrs. Voorhees, right? Friday the 13th? I saw that one. I saw the first one. And I believe I've seen, I've seen Scream. I saw that one. That one was fun. What's his name? He plays Shaggy. Matthew Lillard, yes. Matthew Lillard did a very good job in that movie. Liked that a lot. There are 2 Ring versions. I'd say both are great. Japanese one is technically better, but if you don't want to read subtitles, then watch the American one. Gotcha. Are they essentially the same story, or do they have a lot of differences? Because I know, like, between... And that's not the only time it's happened between American and Japanese versions. There can sometimes be really big differences. But have you seen Halloween? Not yet. That's another of, like, the classic guy in spooky mask kills someone movies that I haven't seen. I know that's, like... sorry for... that's basically slashers, I guess. But that is one of the series that I haven't seen. Have you seen Chucky? I have not. That is a series that I'm, like, a little less interested in. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Ooh. Unbreaking 3 bow, let's go! I have not seen Chucky. Maybe I'll watch the first one, but in terms of horror series, that's one of the ones I'm less interested in. I do want to see Halloween, and I want to keep watching the Scream movies, because I had a lot of fun with the first one. There are a lot of subtle differences, like the girl is older in Japan. Some story elements, the American one has horses for some reason. Not bad, just different. What do you mean has horses? Like, they're just there, or is it like they travel with horses? That's a fascinating difference. Chucky is more funny than scary, I'd say. That's fair. I imagine Killer Doll lends itself to just some quite silly moments. But, yeah, same beats in the Ring movies, though. Got it. Who's growling at me? I heard that. Ha-ha! I stabbeth thee. There we go. Anyway, back to fishing. I remember one time when I was younger, I was just playing Minecraft, having a good time, and you know the sound of, like, a crossbow, like, being readied? I just hear that next to me, and I slowly turn my head, and there's a pillager just, like, pointing a crossbow at my head. It was really funny. I wasn't recording or anything. It was just on my own time, but it was very funny. It's relevant to the plot, I swear. Okay. The horses are relevant to the plot. Got it. Well, now I gotta see it. I gotta know what the horses are all about. Okay, I still got room in my inventory for stuff. Give me treasure. Hlah. I would have expected to get a name tag by now. I'm a little bit surprised. One dialogue is literally, you're thinking of, how could a little doll possibly be so strong? Doesn't make any sense. Isn't the actual reason that, like, it's because of the serial killer guy, like, did some sort of ritual, and so technically he has the strength of a full-grown man even though he's a doll? Like, I'm pretty sure that's, like, the actual lore reason, right? Would you play other games on stream, and if so, what ones? I have a couple of ideas. I'm kind of still getting back into streaming, so I'm taking it a little bit slow. But in the future, there are a couple of games I want to play. Like, what's it called? One that I thought of, probably more horror-centric ones I might play, because the thing about me is I'm actually kind of a scaredy cat when it comes to horror, at least in terms of, in terms of actually getting myself to do things. But yeah, Signalis is one of them that I was thinking of trying, and who knows, maybe we'll take up Balatro and get totally addicted. Have we saved any more animals? Not yet, Stirring Wolf. I'm trying to fish up some name tags so we can name the 5 wolves in our basement. And thus far, I've unfortunately not had much luck. I feel like we forget that most horror icons are weird. Oh no, like that's... Yeah, play Dead Space on stream. I definitely probably could. There are a couple games that I probably should, if for no other reason that if I make videos out of them, it would be less computer space to download a VOD than try and record on my own computer, because I swear I'm constantly fighting for space on my computer. Have we named the first 2? Not yet. If you have any suggestions, Stirring Wolf, feel free to drop them in chat, and maybe here at the end of stream, if we, even if we don't get any more name tags, we can name those first 2 at the very least. We're hooking fish, exactly. Probably off topic, but have you seen Dark Pals? I have seen it. Can't say that I care for it. It's, I think the designs are really gross, and I think that's the intent, but I just, I don't like them much. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like that. Hey, look! It's Fred's cousin. Is that a traveling villager by my side? It is! Good day to you, sir. Yeah, Dark Pals, like I've seen, if you guys watch, I forget his name, but his, profile picture is a hyena. He in a purple, vest. Like, kill him? I'm not gonna kill the villager. I have enough leads as is. And actually, what are you selling? What are your wares? Get over here. Nothing I want. Carry on. Yeah. No, it's not yeah. Yeah's a dog. And it is true, yeah is purple, but, that's not who I'm thinking of. Good guess, though. Good guess. Cheesine! Yes, thank you, Silent Smile. Cheesine is who I'm thinking of. But yeah, saw that video, saw the designs. I'm just not terribly interested in looking into it much more. Name one of the wolves Scratch? That's a very good idea. We can definitely do that. For sure. That is a very good name. I approve very much of that. Boink. Here we go. Have you seen Silent Voice? Genuinely one of the most important movies ever. I have not. I feel like I've heard that title before. Can you give me a little synopsis on what happens in the movie or what it's about? Because it sounds super familiar, but I can't remember. There are 2 types of traders, Flat World traders. We love 1DT or kill him for the leads. Listen, I've already killed a whole bunch of traders' llamas over the years, and I feel bad. I don't want to... I don't want to do that. Also, I think I might chuck some eggs into the ocean to make more room in my inventory. There we go. And then we'll just slightly change the spot so we don't actually grab them. Is it the end? It's a great movie. Is the anime about the guy with guilt for bullying a deaf girl? Maybe it's that one. I feel like I've heard of that one. Is that what you're talking about? Because the thing about me is, like, I have a certain threshold for sadness, and I have a feeling that as good as the movie you're suggesting might be, it might be a bit of a sad one. It's about a bully who bullies a deaf kid. He's the protagonist. We learn how a bully can be a victim. And deaf girl. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I saw a trailer for that movie a while ago. I'll have to see if it's a movie that I want to get into. I have no doubt that it's probably a very good movie, but like I said, like I have to be in a certain mood to watch really sad things. Like, is this like Grave of the Fireflies territory, or is it not quite that bad? Like, just give me a metric here, you know what I mean? I will cry. Well, I would have cried no matter what, I can guarantee you that. I cry very easily in movies. It's sad, but not bad ending sad? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I might have to look into that one then. Man, I was really hoping we'd have a name tag by now, but instead we just have leather boots and fish. And eggs, but I didn't fish those up. I just walked by my pen. I teared up during episode 9. Me too. I cried during episode 9. Like, to give you guys a bit of an idea of how easily I cry in movies, I cried during The Nut Job 2, which, if you know anything about those movies, they're not terribly quality movies, but a character was implied to be dying, and yeah, I cried. That's just how I be. There's a moment that will surprise you. Fair enough. Yeah, I will have to prepare to be surprised, I guess. But sorry, that sounded condescending. But yeah, definitely something I'll have to look into. I forget what it's called, but have you guys seen the anime movie where the guy turns into a chair? Have you guys seen that one? Because I saw that one, and it was, like, better than I thought. I had no idea what to expect, and it got to me. It was a pretty good movie. Harry Potter? No. First of all, Harry Potter's not an anime, and I don't think anyone turns into a chair. But the Wild Robot is a good metric for the right amount of sad/crying. Yeah, but don't act like I'm crazy. It's an anime movie where, like, this girl, there's like this guy, and then he gets turned into a chair. Why are you guys acting like I'm crazy? Watched so many anime and they made me go, huh? I'd say sadder than Wild Robot. Gotcha. Also need to watch Wild Robot. Don't yell at me, I still need to watch that one. Let's see. Okay, we still got a space. If you want to give me a name tag, I have no idea what you're talking about. Harry Potter does have a guy turn into a chair? Look, I haven't consumed that series in a long time, partially because of J.K. Rowling. I did not remember... I remembered the rat getting turned into a teacup, but I did not remember a guy turning into a chair. And also, my point stands, Harry Potter's not an anime. I think I can confidently say that. Harry Potter is not an anime. There might be an anime made of Harry Potter, but it did not start that way, at the very least. I like the isekai anime where the pro tag becomes a vending machine. Okay, that... I'm gonna... You might have to explain a little bit with that one. Let's see. Power 6? 4? I would have loved a Power 6, but Power 4 is also good. You know, we got some pretty good bows. Has there been a TV show where you cried while watching? Many. I haven't seen the final season of Stranger Things, but there were many times in different seasons of Stranger Things where I cried. And just, I cried during Death Note. Couldn't tell you exactly where, but I know for a fact that, like, most of the time within series, I will have cried at some point. Yeah, that series we cannot talk about for clear reasons. Yeah. I've watched the vending machine one. Okay. So, I accidentally scrolled. So, the vending machine one, is it like a serious one? Or is this like a, you got isekai'd into being a vending machine type one? He literally is reincarnated as a vending machine. It's so good. Oh, okay, okay. Loving this. I cried during Squid Game Season 1. Haven't watched Squid Game. Still need to do that one. 3 seasons. 3 seasons of the vending machine? Is that what you're talking about? Like, okay. I know I'm sounding a bit skeptical, but really I'm just getting really interested in the Isekai vending machine anime. Like that, this is fascinating to me. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Figure out, do you guys know what it's called? Or, I mean, I guess I could probably just look up Isekai vending machine and it's gonna like pop up, right? Like, unless there's 2 Isekai vending machine animes, which I find to be a little bit unlikely. They be creating Isekai with anything, and honestly, I love it. Yeah. You know, they should create an anime where a vending machine gets isekai'd into a fantasy world. I don't know how that would work. I just wanted to make that joke. It's pulled off well? Gotcha. Yeah, well, genuinely, I'm very interested in this. I'm gonna have to look into it. But, for now, I'm a little sad we didn't get name tags. We've gotten, like, stacks of fish. But for now, I'm getting kind of tired. So what we're going to do is we're going to go name some dogs. How do you guys feel about that? We have the name for one of the dogs. I'm taking suggestions for the other one. We might only be able to do one. Actually, no. We have 21 levels. That's a good... Actually, I gotta dump some of this. Hang on. Here. Have fish. You can go right there for now. Let's drop a bone in the chest outside. There we go. Reborn as a vending machine. Reincarnated vending machine. Now I wandered the dungeon. I've only watched for a season or so. A bit later. Philip Ferguson is my pick. Okay, gotcha. I will take that into consideration. Probably chuck these later, but for now, I think we have enough space in our inventory. Yes. Alright. 1 name tag. Let's go. Name a dog Cthulhu. That's another one. That's another good one. Let's see. Scratch. Alright, guys. Which dog looks like a Scratch to you? Are you kidding? Why are pillagers outside? I don't feel like killing them. I don't feel like it. Meh. Let's see. Please make sure Scratch doesn't abstract. Don't you worry. We're gonna take good care of Scratch. Seen all Squid Game. First season definitely the best, but the rest is still good, I'd say. 5th one you got. You know what? Here you go, buddy. Here is Scratch. Ta-da! Alright. And you know what? I like this idea. So, let's go... Cthulhu. Is that how you spell Cthulhu? There's another H, apparently. And if that's not how you spell Cthulhu, it's how you spelled it in chat. So that's what it's gonna be. Alright. And you're right next to the water, so... Cthulhu. Alright, I hear pillagers outside, but that's a problem for next stream, I think. So, yeah. I'm gonna end off stream now. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was really fun to chat. Be sure to drop by next Saturday. I'll be doing another one of these streams after I release the video then. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there. And hopefully we're actually gonna someday get rabbits like we were originally planning for this stream. But you know what? Getting a bunch of dogs is pretty good too. Alright. Talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a good one. Okay. Bye!